coming up.
Your
That's
Honor,
what I was trying to get to.
he did this to me. He scared me, and he's getting mad at me now for how I reacted.
I didn't scare him.
Now it's reflex defense. Right, sir, you're suing the defendant for $1,430, alleging he owes you this money for damaging a clock.
Not just for damaging a clock, Your Honor, but also for some medical expenses. Yeah.
Okay, go right ahead. Where do you all know each other from?
So I actually have a small business, Your Honor. It's called McManus Escape House, and I create escape rooms. This gentleman here, he actually was one of the guests that came into the escape room that I created.
Where are you escaping from?
Excuse me?
Where are you escaping from?
Good question, Your Honor.
Sounds like one of these things y'all gonna go to jail with.
It's actually,
Jumping out on women. I know what this sounds like. This don't sound right. I can tell you that right now. Maybe you're gonna tell me something other than what I'm thinking, because this don't sound right.
yeah, it's not quite what it sounds like, Your Honor. It's more like a puzzle. It's like a room where you have like a series of puzzles to solve, and then the people, eventually, some of them, if they're lucky, they actually solve the puzzle. And so there's a number of different things that I create. There's levers, and this particular one, it had an academic and magical theme. It was called Magic Academia. So it was kind of like a library with...
One second. So here's an example. I went to an escape room, and it was an artificial train, and it said you have to find the bomb on the train and stop the bomb from blowing up the train. All fake, but it seemed real, screens and everything around.
Oh, so escape reality.
No. You...
Okay, wait. First of all, why is the bailiff even talking? I know the thing is like, I don't know if you guys know this, the bailiff is the son of Judge Mathis, but in what court does the bailiff talk that much or give his insight? It's interesting. Have you ever seen that before?
Try to escape the train and stop the bomb by a series of clues placed around you inside the room.
Is this some California mess?
No, it's all over.
You know all this old new stuff from California. I tell people all the time, it's the worst thing I did, bring my kids out here with all this California mess. Boy, you were fine in Detroit. We ain't had to deal with all this. We was just regular people, living regular lives in the Midwest, had the right values, were financially literate, and everything else. Now you got escape rooms. You involved with that nonsense too, huh? All right, well, tell me again. Keep telling me about this.
Okay, what's with this California slander? Okay, I was born and raised in California, and it's a pretty cool place. In my opinion, it's the people that move here that give, specifically Los Angeles, a bad rep. What do you guys think?
Escape room.
Yeah, so basically, Your Honor, there's a number of these escape rooms. My particular one, it's always been a passion of mine since I was a kid to solve puzzles, and I like to, create an experience for people to have fun, essentially. And this particular one, as I said, it was really not scary. It was very family friendly. It involved magic and some puzzles to find your way through to the end. There was like a magic potion that you had to create, and then that opened up another little door, and there was like a magic book with a lever. And
okay, so it was a series of doors to get through to reach the goal.
Exactly. That's exactly right.
It does sound fun.
That sounds amazing.
Exactly. The whole thing was meant to be light entertainment, and when somebody actually does manage to get through and they solve the puzzle, I also like to have a little creative flair, and I congratulate them. So I simply and I've done this for literally hundreds of people have come through, and on this particular occasion with this gentleman here,
he came as a customer.
He came as a customer, exactly.
Okay.
He paid to come through the escape room with his girlfriend, and they actually did solve it. So
they solved it.
They did.
Okay.
Yeah, they did. So basically, I said congratulations, and then the defendant here, he turned around and he assaulted me and like threw me back.
Why? Why would he do that?
Well, I believe he was scared because I do have this kind of a little shtick where I come up and I come up and say congratulations. So it was behind a chair. It's a little bit of a performative.
So you startled him. That's what you're saying?
Well, yes, Your Honor. I think he was startled. Yeah.
You tell me what happened here, sir.
Your Honor, so let me tell you how it went down. So my girlfriend and I were celebrating our 2-year anniversary, right? We figured, why not do something fun? And she decided to let's go to an escape room. And mind you, I'm a jumpy person. I don't like to
You
escape.
a junkie?
Jumpy person, Your Honor. Jumpy person.
We can get you in rehab.
No, Your Honor, no.
What you on?
I am a jumpy person.
Jumpy?
Yes, I get scared easily. And it's like noises, sudden noises, I get scared. That's just who I am as a person. When I was looking online for these escape rooms, I looked at all the ones, right? And I happened to see his right here. Now it said no scares whatsoever. In fact, I actually have evidence right here as well.
It says no scares?
No
Let's see it,
scares
please,
on it.
Amir.
It's a family-friendly establishment. That's what I assume.
Now, how long has this hobby been around? Y'all making me feel old. How long? Please don't.
Probably for a couple years now.
Oh, okay.
No,
Well,
for about 10 years.
Yeah.
I don't know, 10 years.
Yeah.
Couple. I'm going to go with the couple years. I have a right not to know within a couple of
I
years.
did a first
but
date
I
there
should have
about 10
known
years
if it.
ago.
Pardon?
I did a first date there about 10 years ago.
You did.
And I didn't get past the second room, and that's why I don't think she wanted to go in another one.
And you didn't get all the way. You didn't go all the way when you got to your room. Anyhow. So, all right, continue, sir. But let me read this scary part.
Right, so
Magic Academia holiday exclusive, time running through Christmas. No scares or upsetting imagery. It does say that.
Yes, Your Honor. So being that I read, I figured, why not? We could do this escape room. So we get to the escape room. This man greets us, gives us the whole rundown, tells us right then and there that anything that happens to us, any damage or anything bad, we can't sue him, which is pretty ironic considering now he wants to sue us considering what happened. Long story short, we solved the puzzle. Everything is fine. On the TV screen in the room, it says, "You won." So I give my girlfriend a kiss. We're excited. Then from the corner of the room, in the dark, dimly lit room, because these escape rooms ain't like hospital lights. They're not bright. They're just pretty dark. This man here jumps out, startles me, scares the living daylights out of me. And based on my fight or flight reaction, I get scared. I push him away from me, not intentionally, just instinctually. He ends up hitting the clock. And I profusely apologize and say, hey, I'm so sorry about what happened. It wasn't intentional. I didn't mean to hurt you. He wasn't having any of it. Escorted me out the room immediately. And after that, I felt bad for the rest of the day. I thought that was the end of that.
Well, not as bad as I did.
Okay, clearly you felt some type of way over something you did. It was an accident.
Honestly, there's something here that just shows me already. My first instinct is that it was just a gut reaction. You know, like he got startled, so like he just reacted. It just kind of seems like this may lean, in my opinion, towards the defendant. You might lean towards his case. What do you guys think?
I had
You caused
concussion.
it.
That's
Your
what
Honor,
I was trying to get to.
He did this to me. He scared me, and he's getting mad at me now for how I reacted.
I didn't scare him.
That was reflex defense.
I was scared.
essentially. Sir,
was that?
what do you have to say about, you put it on the flyer, no scares
Yeah, well,
or
Your Honor,
upsetting imagery?
there wasn't any scares. It was a congratulations, and I can tell you I have
No,
had
you
hundreds.
said you jumped out, and I asked if you startled him. You said yes.
Well, I said, Your Honor, without meaning to correct you, I said that he was startled, but that certainly was not my intention. I simply said congratulations, and I've done that. I've had
so why do you think he did it, sir? You think he did it intentionally?
I think he pushed me because he was worked up. He actually said himself that he's a jumpy kind of a person. It says quite clearly in the waiver, and I do have a copy of that here as well, Your Honor.
Let's see it, please, Amir.
Which says that you may experience stress and anxiety, which clearly this gentleman here did. But there is certainly no intention to scare. Never has anybody ever reacted in the same way that this gentleman did. He came at me with his full force,
That's not true,
threw me
Honor.
against the grandfather clock, which got damaged. I had to pay $900 of medical bills, which is also what I'm suing him for.
I waive, release, and discharge from any and all liability, including but not limited to liability arising from the negligence or fault of the entities, even the liability from your fault.
If I made the point that I was making is that, it does say that you may experience stress and anxiety. I totally agree that he experienced that, but I simply said congratulations. Like,
If you know it's
No,
stress,
you
if I
jumped
said anything,
out.
would
You jumped out and
well,
said
Your Honor,
it.
I didn't jump out. That's actually another point that I was going to state, that I stood up and I said congratulations. There's no jumping. The escape room wasn't even big enough. It was simply me coming up saying congratulations, and I've done it for like hundreds of people. And he actually came at me. He threw me against the clock. I ended up with concussion.
Excuse me 1 second. Go over here to him, the defendant, and throw your hands up and say, you won. See if he hits you. Be careful.
Wait, what is he about to do? Judge Mathis does ridiculous stuff, and this is... What is he about to do? Are we about to go see the bailiff try and scare the defendant or the plaintiff? What is going on?
Get slugged. Well,
You said you wanted some evidence?
yeah. Yeah, maybe see if the defendant has any.
unfortunately, the only evidence was the website.
You won! It was a direct order. It was a direct,
Sir,
it was a direct order.
he didn't slug him. So you must have done worse than what he just did
Well,
in startling him. Otherwise, if he's jumpy, he sure didn't jump from that, and that was very intense. I jumped. He didn't budge. Everybody in there jumped. So no, you must have done something excessive. As such, I'm going to dismiss your claim. Thank you, son. Have a good day.
All rise.
Okay, I'll admit that was a little bit ridiculous. I mean, I don't think that's necessarily evidence that, like, he didn't necessarily he's not like a jumpy person or something like that. I don't know. I don't think that's necessarily could be ruled as evidence, but I still nonetheless agree with the judgment because, you know, it was the owner of the escape room. He was the one that jumped out and scared him, and it was a, you know, just a jolt response. That happens all the time in real life. Like, I scare a friend and they go, oh shoot, and then they, you know, push them. What do you guys think about the judgment? Do you think it was too much, too little, or just right? I would love to know your thoughts. And what do you think about Judge Mathis and his antics in the courtroom? Let me know. Love ya.